This is exciting, guys. Take a look at this.
No matter how long it takes or how many times you stumble, never give up on your dream. Every setback is just a step closer to the breakthrough waiting for you.
This is awesome, guys. So I'm excited because I've been waiting to share this with you. On the left-hand side here, this is a MetaHuman. On the right-hand side is a Character Creator 5 model. And you know what this means? Is that we can now use MetaHuman animation data on the CC5 characters effortlessly, seamlessly inside of the Unreal Engine. Let me go ahead and pick this out. So I'm using the Unreal Engine 5.6 and I'm going to walk you through how to get this to work. And there are several examples that I wanted to share with you because this scene right here, it has several examples that I want you to take a look at, so that you can see what the new updates are all about. So first things first is make sure you have all your plugins ready. So go to plugins over here and go to Reolution. So these are supposed to be installed before you can even do any of this kind of stuff. So make sure that the iClone live link is enabled. Make sure that Character Creator UE control rig is enabled and Character Creator and iClone auto setup is enabled. This is going to help you when you're exporting the model from iClone and Character Creator 5, this one right here, so that you get the beautiful textures converted easily into the Unreal Engine. So all of these are available through your Reolution hub. So simply go to your Reolution hub over here and go to the Unreal Auto Setup homepage. Click on that, it will take you there, and then download the link from there. And then once you download it, you'll be able to extract the file, and in that file you find the plugin for Unreal Engine 5.6. There's a whole tutorial that I've done before that walks you through all of these plugins on how to set them up. But make sure Unreal Auto Setup is installed, and also make sure that you've updated to Character Creator 5.0 and also update to iClone 8.6. You need these two for this whole process to work very well. After you've installed the plugins, then go ahead and export your character from Character Creator. So this is iClone 8 and this is the character inside of Character Creator 5. So if I play back, let's see this.
Hi everyone, my name's Aaron. I am the 5th generation main actor for Reolution Character Creator 5. Just the thought of being turned into characters for movies, games, commercials, it's so exciting.
So this is a brand new model type that they've added into Character Creator 5. It comes with this new HD face control that makes it possible for you to easily convert this into like a MetaHuman rig. So this HD face control, make sure it's also installed if you want to edit this animation. And so what I did, once I loaded this project, and I'll show you where you actually find it after you've installed Character Creator 5, just go to, let me go back over here, go to your free resource over here, and under here you'll find it as a CC5 project. Make sure you download this and then double click on it and you'll find the project here. Double click on this project and it will open here. And if you want to send this character to iClone, simply click on this button right here, send to iClone, and it will send it to iClone over here. So you will have the same plugin over here, HD Face Control. This is free. So again, make sure you go to plugins and enable HD Face Control. So when you play back, you can actually see the animation moving, the controls on the face board over here.
Hi everyone, my name's Aaron. I am the 5th generation main actor for Reolution Character Creator 5. Just the thought of being...
If you play it back, you can see the movements, the lip movement over here, the eyebrows and all of that. This is brand new to Character Creator 5 and brand new to iClone 8.6. That's why it's important for you to have those two together. There's a link in the description of this video where you can click to try out the trial version of iClone 8.6 and also Character Creator 5. So this is extremely important. And when you go back to your character over here, and you click on the facial profile editor, click on expressions over here, and make sure your character has the CC5 HD profile. Without that, you won't be able to have that support of the MetaHuman animation data on your CC5 character. So it's extremely important that this is enabled over here. And if you are using a CC3 plus character, make sure you click on the same facial profile editor, click on edit expressions, and then click on CC profile here and switch to CC5 HD. Right, we're going to click out of here, click edit expressions again to get out of the facial profile editor. And again, depending on the speed of your computer, this might take a long time or it might just go real quick. All right, so we have the character here, and in the scene you can see everything that is included. So when you're ready for this character, it could be this animation, it could be some other facial animation that you've created in iClone. For example, if I go to back to iClone, if you go to plugins and motion live over here, you could record your facial motion capture using the live face, which is the iPhone over here, right? And then connect your iPhone and be able to record that facial animation. Because this is a brand new character and it has better facial rig, you're going to get better facial animation that you can then export to the Unreal Engine. But what's really neat is that it's you being able to send this character that is compatible with a MetaHuman Animator. That's what's most important. Then we'll talk about the other things of how its interoperability. Oh, that word is a tongue twister. Interoperability. Say that many times and see. All right. So here you just go to File, Export, go to FBX Export over here. Make sure the character, of course, is selected. And there's a new profile that's for Unreal Engine UE5 skeleton. This is extremely important. Make sure you select this as the source. Switch, make sure the FPS is set to 30 frames per second, and select, if you are sending this animation, that is, select the range. But if you don't want to send this animation, you just want to use the MetaHuman Animator in the Unreal Engine, then you don't have to include the animation at all. You can just do current frame and send that as it is. So make sure that everything else is as is. And if you want better subdivision, make sure you also use smooth mesh. And when you're ready, click export. So after you click on export, you're going to get something like this. And it will be the name of the character that you exported from Character Creator 5 or iClone 8.6. And this is the file that you import into the Unreal Engine 5.6. So to import that character you've exported out of Character Creator 5, go to your content folder, create a subfolder anywhere you want. And then in here is where you want to click on import, or you can just drag and drop that file into the Unreal Engine. And if you've installed the plugins that are for Real Illusion, the auto setup and the control rig, all those, it should give you this option right here, and choose high quality shader. Again, this is going to make sure that all your textures are translated properly, the like glossiness and diffusion and normal maps and all of that, and press OK. So this is what you need to be make sure you select HQ shader, click OK. And then it's going to go through and import the character. You see a bunch of notifications going through over here. And this process can take a long time, or it will just go real quick depending on the speed of your computer. Then this option is going to show up for the FBX import options. Use the default settings, but one important setting that you have to include is make sure you import morph targets is selected. This option for importing morph targets is extremely important. Make sure this is checked, and everything else can stay as a default. And when you're importing the animations, because we have an animation attached to that file that we're exporting, again, make sure you have custom sample rate set to 30. And when you're ready, click import. So you're going to see a number of dialog boxes that show up during the whole process. And this process, again, can take a long time, or it can go like real quick, depending on the speed of your computer. Once you're done importing the character, so just close this dialog box that shows up. And this skeletal mesh is the one that you need to right click on and scroll all the way down. Again, as long as your plugins are installed properly, this option will show up, but you have to scroll all the way down to the bottom and click on create CC control rig. And that option makes it possible to convert the character into a model that has the control rig for the MetaHuman support, and you'll be able to use the MetaHuman animation data on your character. And once it's done, you're going to see a new folder here called rigs. Double click on that folder, and this blueprint right here, this is the one that you need to drag into your scene. And it's like just the same way I was able to do all of this, just drag and drop it in here. And maybe you can even put it on 0 and just move it to where you want it. Over there. So this is ready for using MetaHuman animation data. And actually the way you know that is that over here on the right hand side, if you click on that character, you see they use MetaHuman animation data over here enabled. So if you click on that, that will enable it. And then here you'll be able to add from live link. So you just need to go to window over here, virtual production, then live link. So bring up your live link, go to click add source over here, go to MetaHuman video, select it. And if your webcam is connected, you see it over here, and you can give it a name. You can maybe like solo webcam, and then click on connect. And there you see it turn green. That's when you know it's active, right? And then you can minimize that. And so here with that character selected, make sure you click on use MetaHuman Animator under the details panel with the character selected over here in outliner. And then under MetaHuman Animator subject name, just drop down and select webcam. And there we have the character talking that you've just imported. And this is really, really cool that you can actually record this. The way you record this animation data, you bring up the tape recorder over here, drag and drop your character here, and then press record, and you'll be able to have an like a sequence that will be created together with the facial animation data. And then you'll be able to export that animation data and use it on another CC5 character inside of iClone and inside of Character Creator 5. So that is really cool. It's one of the amazing new features that have been added in Character Creator 5, and these models from CC5 being able to support MetaHuman Animator data. So you can use a webcam, you can use footage, like it's a pre-recorded footage, and then you can also use the depth sensing data that is saved by the MetaHuman Animator. So this is a character that's already been set, that I've just finished setting up, and it's using the profile, the CC5 HD profile, but it's also using the MetaHuman Animator, and you can actually see the support over here. Again, remember, this is only possible because of CC5, right? In that HD profile, the one that I was talking about, the facial profile, this CC5 HD profile, that's what's making it possible for you to be able to handle that. And that's why you see this control system over here, the HD face control, is very similar to the facial rig, the face board that you see when you're using a MetaHuman on the facial rig. Okay, so I'm going to select Aaron over here. Make sure this character is selected at the top over here. Use MetaHuman Animator, select that, and then in the drop down, we're going to select the new one. And there we go. So this character now is using the MetaHuman Animator, which is in a live link, because we added that option right here. So that's why you're able to see the character talking, because we added MetaHuman video as a source. We went to add source over here, we added MetaHuman video, and this is all possible because of the new updates in the Unreal Engine 5.6. And this character has an amazing facial rig. Like when I open the mouth really wide, you can actually see the neck muscles and the folds over there. So that's what's really cool. These new characters have the ability to create an amazing type of like facial animation that's way more realistic than we had before, way more. And that's why I am so excited about the Character Creator 5, the updates, and the new models and new characters. And so this one, I use the base Aaron model, But if you go to the content over here, and let me expand this, go back to the pack over here under CC5 characters. If you double click on that, click on the pack and then click on actor over here, and it's going to narrow it down to the HD Aaron and the HD Ariana. These are the ones that have the new CC5 HD profile over here. This one right here, that makes it possible for you to use in the Unreal Engine. So if you're creating a character, if you're creating a male character, I recommend that you start with the HD Aaron, to then start adding hair, clothing, and all of that. If you need a female character, then start with HD Ariana. Now, if you choose to start with CC3 Plus, you can still use these characters and then convert the profile, the facial profile, to CC5 HD. And that will make it possible for you to then use the MetaHuman animation data in it. Okay. So let's go back. I know this is a lot of talking. Sorry, bear with me as I go through. There's a lot to cover here. And so this is now working. But what is really neat is being able to use the MetaHuman facial animation data that has come from a video source. So this we're using webcam. But now let me show you the one that uses MetaHuman facial animation data. Okay. So this one right here, the sequence that I was playing back, let me rewind that.
No matter how long it takes or how many times you stumble, never give up on your dream. Every setback is just a step closer to the breakthrough waiting for you.
So that particular part of it is I added these characters over here. Let me actually go ahead and do that again. I'm going to remove him from here, remove both of these. So there's no animation right now. I've created a sequence. I just went to over here, added level sequence, and let me just create a new one so you can see from scratch. We're going to do MetaHuman animation demo. So that's the level sequence, right? And then select this character in the outliner over here. You can drag and drop it, or you can also add the character over here, add actor track, and then find the MetaHuman. So we're going to drop Vami over here and drop him in the sequencer. So what we need to do is get rid of the control rig. We don't need that yet. And we can delete the face rig as well, minimize that. So right now we can go ahead and add the facial animation. So I'm going to go animation over here. And this is the one that I used. It's called, this one has head movement. This one has no head movement. Okay. So these were all created using the MetaHuman animation, and I can actually go over here. Let me go to the MetaHuman animation folder so I can show you. So this is the facial animation data that I was able to create using the MetaHuman Animator. And the way I did it was I simply went to right click and then went to MetaHuman, and then I did MetaHuman performance over here. But before creating that, I went to tools over here. I scrolled all the way down and clicked on ingest server, and the ingest server was launched. Then I went to tools again and then clicked on live link hub. And this live link hub is the one that enables you to process footage. Any performance that you have of your actor or of yourself can be used to create MetaHuman facial animation data. So I went to live data over here, change it to capture manager. And then I clicked on add a device and I selected mono video ingest over here, clicked on that. And then I went to the folder where the video source was. I went to the folder where my video source was, selected that folder, and then the video showed up over here. And I gave it a name. So I'm going to do a quick one so you can actually see it. So I'm going to do like maybe MetaHuman Animator demo 2. Press enter, and then the video is displaying over here. I clicked on add to queue over there, and then I pressed start. And depending again on the speed of your computer and also the length of the video, this process can go really quick or slow. So this was a short video, so it went real quick. So it's actually done. So I can close that one out. And then in the MetaHuman animation folder over here, I can right click and then go to MetaHuman and click on MetaHuman performance. But by the way, before if you don't see that option, it means that your MetaHuman plugins are not yet installed properly. So make sure you go to Edit, Plugins, and under all plugins up at the top, type in MetaHuman, and make sure all of these are selected because you need all of these to be working. Make sure MetaHuman Creator, MetaHuman Animator is selected, Depth, Processing, all of this. Make sure these are all installed. Okay, and close that and restart if it requires you to do that. And then right here, you can right click and go to MetaHuman, MetaHuman Performance. And let's go to call it again, MetaHuman CC5 demo. Press enter, double click on it. And then over here in the depth footage option, drop down and select monocular footage. Select the drop down under footage capture data and find the video that that was processed. So it will be one of it. That's why it's important to name that video as like in a name that you can remember, then select it. Okay, and there's the video. If I play back, you can hear it.
No matter how long it takes or how many times you stumble, never give up on your dream.
Okay, so now we also need to load our head over here under the control rig. Make sure you leave this as face control board control rig because that's gonna be necessary to fit on the HD profile for the CC5 character. But under the visualization mesh, we can switch to one of the characters. So for example, it could be Ada mesh, it could be your character. So for me, I'm gonna do Vami. So Vami face mesh. That's the character that we're testing with. And then press yes when it says use audio clock source. And the character is going to show up here. Minimize animation layers, rewind. And then when you're ready, click on process over here. Now under the head movement option, you can either disable this or you can keep it. I usually keep it because then during the export, I can always just toggle it off. Okay, so go ahead and then press process. Again, depending on the speed of your computer, this will go really fast or slow. So again, the video isn't too long, so that's why it just boom. Can you imagine? You know, this is the thing about MetaHuman Animator is that this is so much faster than having to like set this online and having to wait for a long time for the facial animation to be processed. So now the animation is done. If I play back, you can see it on the head. Let's rewind.
No matter how long it takes or how many times you stumble, never give up on your dream.
So there's the animation. It's ready. Now we can click on export animation over here and just leave the name as is because then it will be easier for you to correct to the source footage as well that you imported, and press save. And this is where you need to change the head movement or not. So usually I save two files, one with a head movement. So this one I uncheck the first option and then leave this to face archetype skeleton because you want it to be compatible with all other MetaHumans out there, and then create. So that's one. Go to export again, and then this one I'll add underscore HMV just so I remember. Press save and then make sure this is enabled. Okay, and then press create. All right, when you're done, now you're good to go. Just close this. Make sure you save this as well. And make sure you also save all, save the entire project and close that. So again, that source footage could be your actor. If you're making like a short film, a cinematic, and it could be yourself actually just maybe recording a VTubing video, you know? So that's the amazing like way you can use this. So let's go ahead and apply this animation data to our character. So we have our sequence over here. And the way I create that sequence again was just go to over here, go to add level sequence, right? And then find your sequencer. I usually create a folder called sequencer, and then I just put the sequences in here. So I'm going to do like number 2 over here, press 2, enter. So this is our new sequence. Minimize this, select our character. This is the MetaHuman. Click on outliner, and we're going to drag and drop Vami over here into the sequence. Just drag and drop. And we're going to get rid of the MetaHuman control rig for the body and the face control board as well. We don't need it right now. We'll add it when we want to bake the animation to the control board or the MetaHuman control rig, so we can then refine it. Okay, so for the face, again, we're going to go back to that face animation that we exported. Click one time over here, go to animation, and it's going to be, we'll call it demo, I think. All right, so we want the one with a head movement first. Okay, and so if you want head movement on the body, you can apply the same animation. So when I play this back, you can see the head is popping out of the body. So if I go to the body over here and then go to animation and add that same animation, right? Head movement, the one that we use for the head, you can use it for the body as well. So when I play back, you can see the body is actually moving together with the head. So that's another tick. Oh, tick. Sorry. That's another tip for, no, why am I saying trick anyways? Okay, that's another tip for you to, if you want the head movement to show up together with the body so it's not popping out. Okay. All right. So now we need to add the audio to this. So go ahead and click on the BP value over here, add an audio track, and we call it demo. So that will be this one right here. And so if I play back,
no matter how long it takes,
now volume can also be reduced if it's too much. We just reduce the volume a little bit.
or how many times you stumble, never give up on your dream. Every step.
And let's also make sure we have enough frames, 1000, I think. And say just up to the end, press the end. Actually, a little bit more like right there. That's the end point. And then if you rewind.
No matter how long it takes or how many times you stumble, never give up on your dream. Every setback is just a step closer to the breakthrough waiting for you.
Okay. Now, I'm going to show you something wild. Just to show you like these characters are so compatible right now, is that this right here, I can literally right click on this and swap out with the CC5 character. This is wild. Watch, check this out. So make sure that this character, again, the body, let's go under details. If you, there's a little panel right here. Let me see, expand this, select the body, make sure in the animation tab, it's set to custom mode. And also the face is also set to custom mode because now you're going to be adding this to the sequence. So rewind over here. And this is crazy. Watch this. So I'm going to go to right click over here, go to assign actor, look for that character. See that? You see what just happened? Just play back.
No matter how long it takes or how many times you stumble, never give up on your dream. Every setback is just a step closer to the breakthrough waiting for you. No matter how long it takes or how many times.
No matter how long it takes, guys. This has been a long time coming, but the CC5 characters are compatible with MetaHumans, is that you can just swap them out back and forth, back and forth. So that's what's really neat, guys. So, and then something else that's really cool is that animation that came from the CC5 character, this animation right here.
I heard CC5 can change character shapes and size.
That the MetaHumans can also embody that animation. So let me go ahead and load another sequence over here. So this one is Vami Cypher. Let's do this one. Let's load this one, minimize that. And this one has the animation of the character walking forward. So let me go ahead and play this.
Hi everyone, my name's Aaron. I'm the 5th generation main actor for Reillusion.
Okay, let's first make sure that Aaron is a little bit off to the right. All right, let's play again. So should this happen where the audio picks out, let's just go ahead and save all, and let's reload the level. and then go ahead and load that sequence again, and then let's press play.
Hi everyone, my name's Aaron. I am the 5th generation main actor for Reallusion Character Creator 5. Just the thought of being turned into characters for movies, games, commercials? It's so exciting. I heard CC5 can change character shapes and sizes.
All right, so you saw that animation. Now watch this. I'm gonna select this. Again, that whole animation came from Character Creator over here, and which also works in iClone 8.6. This is a Character Creator 5, right? And that same animation, because of the CC5 HD profile and the new characters that have been added to Character Creator 5 that are compatible with MetaHumans, you can assign that same animation to a MetaHuman easily. So as long as you just have to drag your MetaHuman into the scene, make sure the MetaHuman is again the body. You go to the body over here under the details panel, and make sure that you set the animation to custom mode, and the same thing with the face to custom mode instead of blueprint. So the face is on blueprint over here. We can switch that to custom mode for our MetaHuman over here. Then when I go over here and right click, I can assign Vami, and look, here, listen to this.
Hi everyone, my name's Aaron. I am the 5th generation main actor for Reallusion Character Creator 5. Just the thought of being turned into characters for movies, games, commercials? It's so exciting. I heard CC5 can change character shapes and sizes. If you change my handsome face into something ugly, I won't let you get away with it. I'm just kidding. I am so excited to see all the new things you guys come up with.
Isn't that wild? And that is what I'm excited about as well, guys, to see what you're going to be able to create with this platform. Being able to import CC5 characters, be able to apply the facial animation and full body animation, and then be able to swap them out easy like this. Like to be able to swap them out easy like this is really like time saving. Like this alone, I don't have to go through and go to the body or the head or the I simply have to have the character on the sequencer over here, right click on it, assign actor, and then pick my MetaHuman over here, and I can assign this same CC5 character. So Aaron is not the only one that I was able to export from Character Creator 5. I was able to dress this character up in from Character Creator 5. And so that same animation, I can go back and swap. So go assign actor to Soldier 7. Assign to him. And look at that. If I play back.
Hi everyone, my name's Aaron. I am the 5th generation main actor for Reallusion Character Creator 5. Just the thought of being turned into characters for movies, games, commercials? It's so exciting. I heard CC5 can change character shapes and sizes. If you change my handsome face into something ugly, I won't let you get away with it. I'm just kidding. I am so excited to see all the new things you guys come up with.
So, guys, that's what I wanted to share with you, is that CC5 has changed the game again, and now we have CC characters and MetaHumans working together. You'll be able to swap them out. And you know what's neat is that as long as those characters from CC5 are compatible with this CC5 HD profile, it could be a cartoon character, it could be like all the way down here, like for example this guy right here who is like a gibberish, like an alien of some kind. It could be like this stylized character right here. All of those will be able to use the same facial animation that you see in the Unreal Engine over here. That's what I wanted to share with you guys, is that we have an amazing new update that changes everything, and we're gonna be able to use different characters to be able to assign facial animation and full body animation, MetaHuman animation data. So now here's one more thing before I go. Let's go to F11. So that same facial animation that we saw on this on the character, if I went to that folder, these, all of these animations that were converted, I can select the facial animation, and then I can go to right click, and then all the way down, export. I scroll all the way down and export CC5 facial animation. I'm going to put it in a folder, and when you go back to that same folder, you're going to see that it has exported the animation data right here. So this facial animation data, if you take this audio, I'm going to make a copy of this audio. I'm going to copy it over here, and I'm going to copy the name of this facial animation data. I'm going to give the audio the same name. So when you import it into Character Creator, and also if you import this into iClone, you'll be able to import the audio as well. So let's go to iClone over here. And right now, I'm just going to bring up the timeline because I want to remove all the animation, the facial animation on Aaron over here. So let's go to Visim and expression, and we're going to delete the facial expression. And I'm going to rewind. And then make sure Aaron is selected. I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go to Import MetaHuman Facial Animation. Then go to that folder where you exported the facial animation to, select it, and click Import again. Make sure that you've named the audio file the same name as this, or the facial animation data from the MetaHuman Animation platform, and then click Import. Yes. All right. So if I press J, the J key, let's rewind.
No matter how long it takes or how many times you stumble, never give up on your dream. Every setback is just a step closer to the breakthrough waiting for you.
Isn't that wild, guys? Like, think about that. Is that we have facial animation data from the MetaHuman, and you can then refine it using layers in the timeline over here in iClone. If I save this as an Animation Plus file, then I'll be able to use it in Character Creator as well. So let me rewind, press play.
No matter how long it takes or how many times you stumble, never give up on your dream. Every setback is just a step closer to the breakthrough waiting for you.
And that facial animation is what we saw in the Unreal Engine over here that was on these characters. So if I go back to the sequencer over here and we open number 2 and press play.
How many times you stumble, never give up on your dream. Every setback is just a step closer to the breakthrough waiting for you.
So that's it. We took this facial animation from here created using the MetaHuman Animator. I went to my MetaHuman folder where I saved all these facial animations. So each one of these can be exported. You simply have to click on it, right click, scroll all the way down, click on Export CC5 Facial Animation, and make sure you name the audio the same way so that it can import it into iClone. And then go to iClone over here, remove the facial animation on the character, click File, go to Import MetaHuman Facial Animation. So what's neat is now I can actually go to Custom over here, go to the Animation tab, all the way up, go to Animation, go to Motion Plus over here. I'm going to put it in my 2025 folder, and we're going to call it, let's go to Reallusion, and we're going to name it as, give it a quick name. So select this. Make sure this one is not selected because it will ask you to override it. Click one more time, click again, and select on our character, and we're going to click on Save, and we're going to call this Dream MHA, and it's going to be Animation Plus, and click OK, and it's going to save all of that information. Click OK. So now that we have it in iClone, I can then go to Character Creator over here, wait for it to finish exporting. Let's go to Character Creator, rewind, and we're going to actually go to the end over here, And we're going to remove all the animation. Let me just do this so you can actually see it better. All right. So this is an auxiliary light in case you were looking for just seeing the facial animation. Then go to content over here, go to the custom tab, and then go to animation over here, go to motion plus, all the way down, go to 2025, and we're going to go to Reallusion, and there's our Dream AV. So double click on it. And wait for it to load. And once it's done, we'll be able to play back, and it should have the facial animation together with the audio file, because that's what Motion Plus files are for, is that you're able to save the full body animation, the face, the body, the expression. So this track that you see down here with the vising, the expression, the motion, it combines all of them, and then you're able to load it. So give it a second. And let's see, I pray it doesn't crash. But anyway, guys, that's what I wanted to share with you while that is loading, is that there are so many cool additions to the MetaHuman support for Character Creator 5 in the new CC5, Character Creator 5, and also the new Unreal Engine 5.6 and Character Creator 8.6. Those three are necessary for this to work together. And you can come to this page, Reallusion/MetaHuman, to read more about what all this entails. And it's amazing because the UE5 skeleton that they've added makes it much easier to transport animation data, because iClone is great for editing mockup. But sometimes the things that we would encounter was that some of the hands will look mangled, like if you're sending it from, for example, Xsense, whether it's from Perception Neuron Studio Suite, or Rococo. This was always like a challenge. So it's easier to export that animation data corrected, exporting as a UE5 skeleton that can be used in the Unreal Engine 5.6. And then you're able to swap the MetaHumans with CC characters, just like I've shown you. And then the compatibility with MetaHuman facial animations, it's amazing. It's going to mean that creating short films is going to be so much easier with the MetaHuman animation data on CC5 characters, right? And then you're able to swap out the heads as well. So guys, this is a major update. Let me see if it's done. So it's still loading, but overall, the idea again was being able to import this facial animation from the Unreal Engine, using it in iClone, and being able to use it in Character Creator as well. Now, what I normally do is I use Character Creator to assemble the character. All the animation is done in iClone because it has way more animation tools in here. But fortunately, they've added the HD face control that makes it possible for us to fine-tune the lip movement, like the sticky lips and things like that, the blinks. It's so much better. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. I hope this was helpful and insightful. I'm going to be, as I dig into CC5 and the whole MetaHuman workflow, if I see something new, I'll definitely share with you so it can help you on the way. So you can also make amazing short films. So guys, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for being there for me and for subscribing. Thank you for the feedback. As always, dare to dream big. Do not give up on your dream. Let's use these tools to tell our stories. And I think being able to see that we can apply facial animation data and easily swap out these characters is wild. Like this is groundbreaking. No other program I think can do this to this level, to be able to just easily just swap out and get the same animation applied from a MetaHuman to a CC5 character, to have that nuanced facial animation looking so beautiful like that and convincing. So it means we can make more convincing shots for our short films, So okay, here it is. Let me go ahead. Let me first pause in Unreal Engine over here so we don't overload the machine. But let's see if it actually worked in Character Creator 5.
No matter how long it takes or how many times you stumble, never give up on your dream. Every setback is just a step closer to the breakthrough waiting for you.
So we have the animation in Character Creator 5. Again, even here, you can simply go to File, Import MetaHuman Animator facial animation, and be able to apply it to this character. Or you can use iClone, because iClone is where you really want to be editing all your animation. It has way more editing tools in here for refinement. And then when you're done, you can export it back to the Unreal Engine by going to File, Export FBX, and make sure you use Unreal UE5 skeleton and select the range. And make sure you use a smooth mesh if you're gonna use this in a short film, because once the character gets close to the camera, you wanna be able to actually see very nice smooth meshes. And click export when you're done, right? So that is the tutorial that I wanted to share with you, and I'm gonna be creating short films with this. I'm excited, guys. I hope you're excited as well to be able to make amazing short films and tell your stories and cinematics. See you in the next video. Bye for now. Much love to each and every one of you. I always praying for you, my guys. Bye for now.